Luke 22 verse 31. Jesus foretells Peter's denial. 31. Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have you that he might sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. Peter said to him, Lord, I am ready to go with you both to prison and to death. Jesus said, I tell you, Peter, the rooster will not crow this day until you deny 3 times that you know me. So, this is a perfect example of God using your failures, disappointments beautifully to strengthen others. Okay, so so basically God is looking at the heart of Peter. Okay, the more, I mean, he told that he was ready, okay, to go until any extent for Jesus. That was his heart, but his flesh was weak. Maybe, he didn't get to that level of faith. Of course, fake it until you make it. That's what the world even tells. So he still faked it. He didn't make it yet, okay, but still faked it. So God saw that heart, okay. That's why, see, Jesus knows, okay, your intentions, Jesus knows what you truly are. You don't have to, try to act in some way in front of God. So definitely Peter did have an intention. His heart was right, but his flesh was weak, or maybe he didn't get to that level of faith that he actually could do it. Okay, he was still in the process. He thought he would get it. Okay, he thought he would do a high jump, but he just couldn't do it that until that point of time. So but still God is telling, and Jesus is telling, don't worry, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you that everything will be all right with you. So that is what Jesus is. So even though you fail, okay, he still comes and strengthens you. Okay, he still comes and helps you go much higher. There Peter denied 3 times about Jesus, okay, before the crucifixion, but after resurrection he became a greatest testimony for so many, believers in the upper room and all. So that is how God turned his life around. So, and here, this, why did God write this? God is showing beautifully that no matter what, he will use your failures, your disappointments. This verse really pushed me like anything in my faith, because in verse 32 Jesus is telling, but I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. Okay, first thing, your faith shouldn't fail. And second thing, when you have turned again, strengthen your brothers. So see, I mean, God could have given this responsibility to any disciple, right? I mean, Jesus had over 300 disciples, and some close people were 12, and out of that 12, why did he tell to only this one person, Peter? He knows that he will deny 3 times, okay, he knows that he will fail, but still God is giving that potential to strengthen his brothers. Okay, it is one way, to save somebody, okay, but it is another way to keep that person, I mean, growing in God, spiritually inspired, when when the temptations come, when the storms, when all those challenges come. So Peter went through a challenge, and you know God is telling him, strengthen your brothers. So okay, it's not that everybody has to fall into temptation, everybody has to fall into challenges. It's just that our job is to weep with those who weep and rejoice with those who rejoice. Every person's story is different. Peter's story is different from John. Okay, John is, story is different from Luke, Matthew. Everybody's story is completely different. But as for Peter, the significance is, okay, you you will deny me, but still, I have prayed for you. Once you turn again, okay, definitely God knows you will turn again, strengthen your brothers. So that is the beauty. Sometimes, when you feel that you're a failure, you are disappointed, you have some disappointments, and you couldn't make it even though you thought of making it, God still uses that your experience, your failures to strengthen others. What a glory it is. So basically you would become a leader, okay? You'd be a person who'd be pushing other people, out of your experience. That's why, even in world recently, people started to tell that don't always read the success stories, read the failure stories too, so that you will know where not to set your foot on, where not to try, where not to implement or experiment. So in that way God used Peter beautifully. So that's what God can do to you as well, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to fall, but just in case if it happened, just in case you had some disappointments, no worries. God will use your experience to strengthen others. Okay, Peter became a great disciple later. Okay, much more. He did some mighty acts for God, and he became a big testimony, for Jesus. So that's how God transformed his life. So God can transform your life too. Okay, that's it. That is what I wanted to encourage you. God will give you beauty for your ashes. He will use your disappointments beautifully to strengthen others for his glory. Bye.